Ain't even nothing personal.
I ain't gonna take it personal.
So don't you take it personal.
I might take it personal.
But either way it go,
You are now tuning in with
The It's Nothing Personal podcast.
But we had a conversations that matter to the culture. Right. It's Nothing Personal podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live. Ooh. Whole squad in the building.
Let's do it.
Kendrick Samaj, TKO, Big Keys.
You already know.
Okay.
Big one I know.
Alright.
As always, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe.
Everybody feeling good? Everybody feeling good? Everybody in a good headspace?
Yeah, man. Good night, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Good night. Yeah, man, we're here. How you guys doing?
Doing great. Doing great.
Yeah, man. Life is beautiful, man. Like I told you, we talked about the ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a whole lot more downs than up. But
It only take one up to set you up.
to stay up. Right.
Man,
Facts.
it don't take one. Them downs just be the bodybuilding, getting you prepared for that one.
Ready to push weight.
Right.
One that you that said, athletes, I saw it on the internet. Athletes practice all year for an event that only lasts a short amount of time.
Yeah.
But they prepare strongly, thoroughly for that
And
one moment.
they ain't question, but I got to.
Straight up.
Get out there and not perform like the next man.
Hey,
And it ain't even anybody better than you. It's you beat yourself.
You gotta
If they
beat
put in more
yourself.
work than you willing to put in, you beat yourself.
straight
everybody got
up.
the same 24 hours.
Right.
It's all about what you do with it.
Same 24 hours.
For real, same 24.
It's nothing personal,
So
man.
don't take it personal.
We here January 14th, 2025.
Damn. 2025.
Yeah, time ain't gonna
It's been
stop, T.
wild. This thing done started out with a bang, boy.
Keep waking up.
There's all kind of shit going on.
It
out
came
here.
in blazing.
Literally. Hey, and look, and hell, shit, fuck it. Speaking of blazing,
Man.
we gonna hop into this LA wildfire scene, man, and discuss, what we see, our thoughts, our opinions, and we're gonna dive into our understanding of the situation on many different levels. So before we get into the opinion-based activity of the conversation here, we just want to drop a couple of facts to let you know what's going on out there, so that you know that we're doing our homework. We're basically discussing the devastating LA wildfires that have happened here in January 2025 that were fueled by the strong Santa Ana winds. If you don't know, the Santa Ana winds typically come around this time of year, and it can be something that can cause fires. Most people know that California and that area deals with fires all the time.
Right.
And this particular area, scientifically, historically, has been barren and dry. I think before the 1960s, it was just a desert, much like that part of California is a desert, but they built palisades in the area. So what we have now is a tragic fire, one of the greatest fires in the history of California, that has resulted in numerous fatalities. The extent and the intensity of those fires were so unprecedented that you can see it from space.
Alright.
A significant concern for many residents has been the reported actions of some of the insurance companies, which I really want to dive into today. Some of those insurance companies raised the premiums, and even worse, canceled policies in the midst of all of this. So people losing houses or expecting to lose their houses, and the insurance companies are like, nah, you may have been paying me for 75 years, but nah,
We ain't gonna look out for you on
we
here.
ain't got you. And they're, you know, and this is not all insurance companies, it's just, you know, select ones in certain regions, specifically those hot spots, but the overarching response is, you know, it's hurting their profits, which really sucks when you talk about people who are losing their houses.
Profits over people.
Yeah, man. So there's been limited coverage, there's been inadequate coverage, they haven't been promising enough money to rebuild. Like, we give you a little bit, and even on top of that, some of these people are still gonna have to pay their mortgages, bro, and their houses are ashes. So this is a very ugly situation.
It's a big down for a lot of folk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to lift them weights, time to get on them weights.
Profits over people.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to get on them weights.
To close up the facts, some of the politicians have been being looked at for cutting staffing to, ironically enough, the fire department. So in a situation like this, they don't have to refund the resources or the people
Recently,
bro, to properly combat such a situation. Arguments were raised that they probably should have staffed and funded the fire department before any of this happened, and the government kind of said no.
Yeah, man, it's damn sure the government back to have our government place to have our back when shit like this happens. Cause like, who else can we lean on? You know, we got God.
man.
Yeah.
But who else can we lean on for financial support besides the government?
Hey.
Well, allegedly, there's something called a smart meter. And what it does is it sends usage data to the utility company, which can help reduce the need for meter readers. And a lot of the houses out there have been forced to get smart meters installed. And a lot of people were against it because it emits high frequency radio waves and it can hear everything going on in your house. So they read, like, I'm talking about if you use an electric toothbrush, it knows how much you use in that moment. You know what I'm saying? So that's everything in your house is going on, right? Also, it has health problems from usage being too close to your house,
The
even
high
though it's on the
frequency
outside.
radio waves
There
is
you
the
go.
worst.
So it causes headaches, loss of sleep, ear ringing, nausea, brain fog, and etc. And they basically said it scrambles the complete nervous system, like just scrambles
And
it.
that creates a place for cancerous cells to grow.
Right. Forget this though, it emits radiation every few seconds. Now the companies have put out and said that it's supposed to emit only every 4 to 6 hours, which that's still a lot, but to know that it does it every few seconds, like, you know how amazing that is for people in the house.
That's crazy, right?
They frying you in your own room.
Yeah, you can't live. You can't live. Yeah.
So, allegedly the houses that did not burn down did not have smart meters.
Oh man.
That's the whole thing, and they said that's where the sparks was coming from. It was coming from the smart meters, which set off the houses, and every house that had it, it just went crazy. That's why those weird it looked like, you know what I'm saying, it's so random how the house was made.
Yeah.
They didn't have a smart meter, so it wasn't no need for, you know what I'm saying, it to catch a fire.
Yeah.
Hey, before we get too far gone, this show is brought to you by who?
Ackerman Recording Studio, Baghouse and Urban Poison,
Let's go.
and DJ Chosen,
Yo.
and your boy Big Keith.
Right.
Let's do it.
It's nothing personal.
And basically, you know, they said that the smart meter data shows a vivid profile of your personal living habits. So not only is it a spy, but it's dead.
There's so many things wrong with this shit.
Yeah, and this is all alleged, guys, you know.
All alleged.
All alleged.
We gave you the facts and the rundown. Now we're talking opinion and alleged.
Yep.
The reality of it is these people are suffering due to a myriad of things. Just so many different things happen here. And, you know, politicians are doing their thing. But we want to just, you know, give our opinion on what happens here. And we're just going to go for that, man.
I got one question.
Come on with it.
So since that area is geographically a desert, like why was and then these are the top of the top elite status of living, some say in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already know there's a capability of this even coming to reality because we in this world where these situations are capable of happening. Like, why is that even a living space?
Well,
I don't know if there's an explanation for that, but that's just one of the first things that came to my head.
And you know that another problem that they say they have up there as far as like, you know, nature goes is the cleanup. A lot of dead trees, they dry out, so they just laying around. Ain't nobody went out there to clean them
constantly
up.
burning.
And it's always, you know what I'm saying, trees falling down that they don't go, you know, clean up. So they say it's the upkeep, you know.
But see, that's a forested area.
Yeah, it is.
They have there's sequoias and redwoods out there, so you're gonna have dead wood.
Right.
So it's not like they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they didn't have an understanding that these massive trees are gonna drop massive branches.
The question is why they ain't clean them up.
You know, and that's actually, bro, that's federal, if I'm not mistaken.
So
because a lot of those places are federal or national parks.
Yeah.
So that should be some federal. Now, this is the Palisades that got burnt, but what we talking about is those forests where they got their dry wood at. That's national park. So that's where the federal money is. You know what I'm saying? What's really going on? What's really good?
That's real.
What's really good? That's a good question.
This is America. We supposed to be the biggest, the baddest, but one thing Trump said, man, we starting to look like sloppy seconds. When it comes, I mean, that wasn't his exact words, but I mean,
when to sum it up, that's what he said.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna say he lying, but we ain't where we should be, in my opinion. I've been to a few other countries, man, and you can see. And it's been a while since I've been, but even then, they were doing some things that we should be doing now that we aren't. So that's scary. Like the way they keep stuff clean. And we just don't do that.
Yeah.
Like you said, the forest need a little help. Somebody got there and do a little bit of cleaning, make it neat. We ain't doing it, and now you got a fire running wild out there.
Can't
and it's
get
8% contained.
I mean, but then if you into the Bible, they told you water this time, but they're gonna be fine this time.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess small bits and pieces are how it's coming. You gotta prepare yourself to lift them weights, baby.
Yeah.
Our hearts, thoughts, prayers go out to those people. We hope y'all find some peace and you can get some of your life back. That's some bullshit how these people act when it comes to stuff like this. You got politicians like Tommy Tuberville saying that the only way they're gonna get at state money is if they find some way to punish the governor. What the fuck the governor got to do with the people, nigga? You know what I'm saying? You making it personal between you and him.
Crazy.
Bro, get out there and sign the paperwork so these folks can get back to rebuilding their lives.
And the thing, they just got a lot to do with power. I'm in control. All right, let me stay in control a little while.
That's it, man. And that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Because profit's over people. Because that's profiting your ego stroke. Like, that shit is ridiculous, man. And the looters.
Now, man, this is prime time for a looter, so you gotta expect that.
Yeah.
But we're seeing in real time what and who the government is really for.
Yeah.
Now, are the people going to accept that information and respond in kind, or are we going to continue to sit back and wait for somebody to come in and fix it?
That's the world's biggest problem. Everybody waiting for help that ain't coming.
We've been talking about it.
Like, man.
Say it so.
And we want to make the point that we're not talking about save yourself from this disaster. This disaster is a jumping off point for conversation that we're going to have tonight about the circumstances surrounding what happened and what could have gone better or what couldn't have gone better. Like we said, this is a dry area, so is it really just scientific that this place was just supposed to burn up, or did those people fail, or did the system fail those people? Like we're trying to say it so often does. And when you listen to these politicians say the thing they say, man, you got to ask yourself, with the information we have, are we going to continue to sit on our hands? How many people are going to rise up?
I tell you this, ain't nobody gonna do nothing till it hit them.
I agree.
Till it hit him. Till it hit her.
Like that, man.
I'm telling you, that's how it go. They how it go.
We got common sense, man.
Yeah.
Like
And
people
access to
feel
so much information.
dog. Like people so dramatically fail to use their own processing center. Like that bitch ain't doing it. Like it's to the point now where most people's processing center is so weakened till they don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even know how to believe themselves.
Right.
Like, just think about the fact that you can't even trust yourself. Like, you can't trust your own judgment with your footprints through this world. Like, that's the state of emergency that we in, that we gotta overcome. And it comes to self. Like, you got, man, god damn, man.
Cook, Kendrick.
Shit.
Cook.
Like, we got common sense. Like, that's the most valuable asset that everyone is equipped with, man. And that's the thinking power to make that shit make sense. And people making it make sense, but just because the fear come behind the reality, they sit on their hands.
Yeah. And you know, piggybacking off that point, a lot of people are afraid to give up that comfort, man.
That's it.
Cause like once you step out into that where, okay, I'm not gonna take this no more, you are giving up that security
That great
of
unknown.
all those things that are in your house.
Yeah,
Comfort.
I mean, you
on
picking
your
it
own,
up.
bitch.
All right, big dog.
Yeah.
You got a big dog.
Can you hunt?
You got the big dog.
Can you grow it?
You got the big dog.
Can you keep it clean
You
without
got
water
to
coming
be
out
a
the pipe?
big dog.
I mean, can you hold it down, man?
And then-
Or do you have a tribe?
Straight
You know what
up.
I'm saying? That you can do it together with. Like, it's way to do this shit, bro. But they got us so scared to lose that job,
Yeah.
to give up that
Yeah.
paycheck.
Yeah.
And me and Big Brother next door at the barbershop have talked about this. It probably don't take but 1-2 days at max. But
Man.
people just literally
Saying
sitting
fuck
on
it.
their hands, man.
It's fucking.
And not moving.
Don't
Sit,
do nothing.
sit on your hand for 2 days. And bro got a restaurant, you hungry? He got you that
Straight
day.
up.
Cause we guarantee you, when this is over with, they gonna make sure we get the fuck we want.
We linked.
They gonna have to, bro. Imagine this shit happen doing like right now. You got basketball going on, football going on, and then maybe 2 more months you got baseball.
Uh-huh.
If you catch all them niggas at the same time, so let's all have a seat for 2 days.
I got a plan.
You know,
Guess what it
Everybody have a
is.
seat. They gonna say,
All
what y'all want? Who we need to talk to?
The power has been overthrown. Like, that's like, it's that simple,
Man,
but so complex.
Yeah, it's complex.
Man,
as
we
fuck.
brainwashed, man.
Yeah.
It sounds so
Right,
simple, but the
right,
steps to
right.
get to that idea. Yeah, they put so many different barriers in the way of that.
All right, you want to do that? When did this gonna happen to you?
Yeah, man.
Well, do it this way. All right, well, that's gonna happen to you. All right, we even got a trick for that. You're like, damn, I need some help.
Man.
Wait, yeah, man.
This another thing too. That defines that this shit ain't freedom, because I believe the definition of freedom is free thinking. Like, when you able to go your own way, like, I don't feel there's no better freedom than that.
Mm-hmm.
When you able to be led by your, and I'm gonna say, processing center. Like, that's me personally, that's my biggest thing that I want to get through to the people through this platform, is we gotta step out of that fear and go for what we know. Like, the comfort zone is the peak. You got to get beyond that comfort zone to grow. Like, if you ain't going nowhere if you right here, kick back, chilling.
If you don't give you some kind of
The
some
only
kind
way
of
to
scare,
grow is to get out your comfort zone.
it supposed to give you some kind of scare.
Comfortable keeps you comfortable.
Straight up.
Yeah, everybody want to be comfortable.
Cause everything
To
you
what
ain't never
extent,
had
though?
is
Yeah.
somewhere you ain't never been.
Yeah,
To what extent do you want to be comfortable?
like everybody wants to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, if you could get where you was going and you was top dog at whatever you did, you would be okay if you were comfortable. But it
I
just-
believe them
motherfuckers
people don't got that drive. When you got that
to
drive
get
to go,
there. That's the
It's
point.
gonna get more and more and more. It's gonna keep going.
That's the point.
You can't be defeated.
You got the drive to get there, you'll get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can be comfortable when you get it. Yeah.
Can you be comfortable?
the
doing
comfortable
growth?
gonna come in the challenge. Cause just like they
I'm
say
saying-
with money.
and when I say you done did everything you done did to get there, when I say get comfortable, you're not gonna stop doing what you did.
Right.
You're comfortable doing it. You're comfortable being great.
You're
You're
comfortable with the
comfortable
growth.
with the challenge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talking about with the
You're gonna
And
become
yeah.
comfortable, and that's just gonna be naturally.
That's a go-getter. That's a go-getter. He get comfortable in the challenge, and
Yeah.
once, like, nothing is enough.
You tie your shoes up when you know it's time
Straight
to fight,
up.
don't you? Alright, well the fight ain't over.
Straight
Keep
up.
your shoes tied.
Straight up.
Alright.
It's a marathon.
That's all it is.
Keep it rolling.
It's a marathon, goddamn it.
When they say on Stone Blood, I don't care what you do. Keep this motherfucker rolling.
Keep it big going.
Alright.
And it's gonna always like
Gotta be a
shit.
shark. You can't stop moving. If a
Man.
shark stop moving in the water, it die.
It will die, goddamn.
Damn.
They
Gotta
don't know
be a
that.
shark for real. You gotta be like a shark.
You said something, man.
Man,
For real.
Yeah, man.
you
So,
gotta
yeah,
keep going.
they definitely play a dirty game with people's lives. They play a game with your soul, with your energy, with your emotions. And you know, they do things like this. And again, like we said in the beginning, this place was dry, and I want to make a correction. It was the 1920s when the first house was built there. So up until then, it was just a desert. And we knew it was a desert, but built houses there. And my opinion to your question as to why is this just what colonizers do, bro. They see something that ain't nobody there. They got it. Let's get it. It's mine. You know what I'm saying? That's how the natives were moved out of here. That's how the Jamaicans in the situation they are. The Haitians who historically fought back and maintained their independence against the
Straight up.
European settlements. We don't talk about that enough in history. But that's what they do. They go in, they see something, they take it, bro. Like the natives that was sitting here just wasn't their land. This land just is.
It is. The land belongs to us.
It
Everybody
just is. When I got here, it was here already, so it
Straight
can't be mine, right?
Right.
It was here before me.
straight up.
Now you pick you a piece and you go hard.
You go
at it.
have some.
You take you a piece of it and you go hard with it.
Yeah.
And they gonna respect this yours.
And even us, the wildlife is theirs too.
Yeah, man. It was here before you, bro. So
Straight
it
up.
can't be yours. You can't ask me to pay rent for some shit that you didn't make. How you gonna do that? So you know, man, that's nuts. You know that you look back in history and you see that place was a desert. They built on it, and scientists told them over time, hey, this could happen. It looks like it might happen.
Right.
And then fucked around and happened. And now you want to act like, you know, oh hell, you can't do nothing because hell, y'all ain't vote right. This type of stuff, man, eventually the people gonna really get sick of this, man.
That's what I was just about to say, man. At this point, it's the obvious.
Yeah.
It's the obvious. Like, I don't get it. I don't see no other explanation for it except fear.
That's all it is, bro. You gotta think about it. If you watch enough TV, you'll see them mainlining fear
Yeah.
to all age
That's
groups
it.
now. It used to just be the old people that get scared.
So what's the difference between fear and being scared?
I can say this: fear is one of your, like, when you living consistently in a state of fear, like, because your tempo or your body's supposed to be the beat of a drum, one sound, one band. But when you in fear, they throw that beat off. You know what I'm saying? They throw your energy flow off, because we have to understand that we are pure energy, literally. Our human makeup, any object is pure energy, and it has an energy flow that makes it what it is. So when you're taken out of your original state, your purity, it throws that flow off. And one thing that fear do, you can't think straight when you in fear. So you scramble. So if they keeping the world in a consistent state of fear, that scrambles you and put you in a state to where you don't know what the fuck to do, and that's when motherfuckers submit.
Definition of fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. All right?
And I fear God. You know, that's what I fear. I fear is forever lasting
Why?
until you see the end.
Now hold on.
Okay.
And the definition of scared is fearful. So fear is an emotion that can make you scared.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why they want to mainline fear. That keeps you scared. You're questioning everything. You're not questioning the right things. You know what I'm saying? You're questioning, oh hell, what's my neighbor doing? None of your fucking business. Y'all both broke. You on the same street. Ain't no difference. Ain't no real difference. You on the same fucking street. Ain't no difference. But they make you hate your neighbor. They make you afraid of your neighbor. They make you afraid of the people coming in to visit the fucking country just to see what it look like.
Yeah.
They make you afraid of the people you go to school with. They making you afraid of men because they just men. They making you afraid of, just everything is about fear in this bitch. And Brother Neely Fuller has always said confusion is the number one tool for white supremacy and racism. And all of this is a complete component of that.
Yeah.
Them keeping that structure in order. Keep these people afraid of each other. Keep them afraid of us. Fuck it. Keep them afraid of people that can see. Keep them afraid of people that can't see. Make them wake up in fear. Go to sleep in fear. And when you see the white dude standing on the corner with the hoodie on, smiling, high-fiving, then pow, drop a nigga and say, you gonna give me a ride to Burger King? You scared to death, not knowing that he did something for you. Bruh killed a insurance CEO to let you know there's only one way that these people will recognize our pain. You got to give it back to them.
Man.
And see, he went, believe it or not, and gave his valedictorian speech at high school and said some very profound things. But they labeled him as a terrorist. But all he did was stand on the corner and wait for one person to show up. That's it. Knocked him out. January 6th. Them folk ran up on that Capitol and scared the shit out of everybody who's right now talking shit to them people in California talking about, I don't know if I'm gonna help you. They ran there and scared them people up under their desks. But as long as they telling you immigrants are the problem, transgender are the problem, black people are the problem, and white people are the problem, white men. Get these niggas out of here. Men are the issue. Women are the issue. Children are bad as hell. You'll never focus in and see that there's so many people here. All we gotta do is stand up together, nigga. All colors, all races, all sizes, and they gotta bow down. It ain't but a handful of them. And I must reiterate, they old as dirt, nigga. They some of the oldest motherfuckers walking.
A few families.
Yes, bro.
Hey, we the elephant they tied him to the chair.
Say it again.
We are the elephant that they tied to the chair.
Oh yeah.
Once he get big enough, he don't even fight no more.
He don't even fight no more.
Because he been trained.
Domesticated.
Yeah. And that's literally how
But
they
if you
train
take
them.
a little tug, just a little bit of try.
That's it.
He mess around and shake too hard.
Man, he gon'
shake the whole damn tree down.
Yeah.
Pull it out the ground. Pull it
while
up.
he's a cub, he's convinced
Whole
that
time
he's
though,
not
he
big
don't
enough.
move. He just stands still.
I've been here so long, I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Walk here to pee. Walk
He
here to
accepted
pee,
defeat.
Walk back.
That's it. And it's not over until you throw in the towel.
Right. Think about how they removed a man out of the household. Think about all these vulnerable women with their children, bro. They terrified to stand up. Terrified to step back, shall I say. The man finna go out here and fight their war. Hold the house down till I get back. They can't even make that choice now. I can't go fight. I got a baby. I'm by myself. I'm a single mother.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I can't go out there and all this.
Yeah.
Bow down when you come to my time.
Yeah. It's a wonderful, like, it's brilliant, bro. Like when you
The plan is phenomenal.
but you got to give it up.
That's what I always say. You gotta give it to him for the plan.
You got to give it up, man, because when you see it in action in real time, it's like, wow, they really doing this shit to us, bro. And no matter how many people you talk to, and on this podcast, I'ma always say we have access to so much fucking information.
Man, it's unlimited.
That this shit is just unacceptable to me. It just is. There was a time when we used to say the Illuminati, we scared of that. Bro, that shit is understood who the families are now.
Straight
We
up.
don't say Illuminati no more. We'll say their name.
Say their name.
Yeah. It never matter.
Man, it's
But
just
this
fear.
one going on now.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
it's gonna forever matter.
Forever.
Hey, check this. When a baby is in its purest form, when it hasn't been exposed to the knowings of the world, because knowledge is just knowing anything, awareness. That baby ain't scared of shit.
Not a damn thing.
Man.
Not
So,
a thing.
with that being said, fear is something that's learned.
Definitely.
You can be scared, but you're gonna have to learn some fear.
Yeah,
Somebody can scare you,
yeah.
but that fear is something you learn all day long,
It's
bro.
taught. It's taught.
Don't go out there. Don't mess with them. I
This
like
shit
them.
got my adrenaline rush.
That shit turned into fear so quick, bro. And it don't take long. It
Talk.
don't take long.
It's talk.
Yeah, it's
It's
definitely
talk.
talk.
Purposely.
It's definitely talk.
Because that's
But
the
listen,
control
one
mechanism.
thing about it, fear can keep you safe. Being scared can keep you safe. Because if you're courageous and you're not scared of nothing, you gotta know, what battles to fight. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go and not be fearful of anything.
But that ain't
Not
gonna.
be scared of anything.
That's
You gotta
caution. Like that's that's brilliance.
Yeah,
That's
I feel what you're saying.
And in that term, you got to be very cautious, and it could thin line between that and fear.
Yeah.
So
I think what he's saying is I know what that means. You get on the front line and you gotta look fear in the fucking face and just go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know what you mean. Fear will sometimes make you jump higher, run faster,
Straight up.
hit harder. You know what I'm saying? Last longer. Whatever you may need to get through.
As long as you're scared, you may not even have the wind forward, but as long as you're scared,
Yeah.
as long as you're gonna keep getting away from it. Keep getting away from it.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep getting away from it.
What's the
And then you're
word?
exhausted.
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight.
You're exhausted.
Yeah.
When you're exhausted, you got away from it.
You're gonna push through it.
Man,
Yeah, bro.
that's that fight or
But if
flight.
you face it, you ain't gotta be tired at all. I mean, you gonna be tired from facing, but once it's done,
And once it's done, you can catch your breath.
yeah.
You be exhausted.
Yeah.
You need some
Straight up.
rest.
You gonna be tired, you feel me? You gonna be happy, you feel me? Because you finally got over that. Like anytime you afraid of something, scared, like eventually that weight gonna bear down on you, man. So you gotta face it.
You
gonna feel
Like,
it.
you can't
Eventually
just, you know
face
what I'm
it.
saying? I don't care how scared, go ahead. Cause if not, it's gonna keep coming back to you. Same thing with life lessons, bro. You don't get it the first time, you gonna repeat that same pattern over and over again till you
Especially
figure
if
out
it's
what
something
it is
that's
you
meant
gotta
for
get.
you.
What?
But I can, like bro said, you gotta pick your battles. Like
Now that's
decision
You
making
gotta pick your battles.
could come with. I ain't gonna call it fear, but I know shit. I ain't gonna go this way, but I'm gonna go around this shit. And I ain't like, if I was to go this way, it'll probably put me in a state of fear. But I ain't even got experience that. If I know I can go down this street and get to my destination.
I
You know
might
what
can
I'm saying?
get there faster.
But what if you face that same fear again just because you didn't go through it?
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah, you went around it and you got around that mother for the first time. And okay, 3 months
You're
later,
not gonna
you still
experience
on.
That's the end of coming
You
to
took
it.
a
Come on, eventually you got to face it.
You took a different route.
And you
You're
can
not
take
gonna-
100 different routes, but it's gonna keep coming.
Nah, hell no, not if you took a different route. You took a different route for a reason.
But just because you took a different route for a reason doesn't mean it's not meant for you to get the lesson out of whatever you're trying to avoid.
You might need to have avoided that lesson. That lesson may not have even been for you. That's why you decided to do something different.
But when he come back though, what you gonna say then?
That's a two-edged sword.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Cause everyone ain't gonna come back and some gonna be meant.
That's
Right,
right.
you're
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah. Man.
right. It get deep round these
Man,
parts,
it
man.
get real.
It's
That's why
nothing
we-
personal,
what?
baby.
Yeah, the conversations that matter, man.
Culture, man.
It's
Like,
deep, man. It's deep. It's deeper than the surface level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Man.
saying? It's always deeper than what you see.
Got to put your foot in that water.
There's more to it.
Yeah.
A lot of times they'll give you this shit in a movie. They'll give it to you in a song. Like they telling you what they're doing daily.
yeah,
They telling you what they're trying to do to you. It's already
Yeah.
in front of you.
we just don't take it literally.
And they fully believe we dumb enough to let them do it. I just think about it. We said this once before that look at how the politicians talk so boldly, disrespectfully to each other and us. They didn't used to do that, man. They used to stand on some kind of decorum. Well, we're gonna at least respect each other and speak in a political tone. So if we are doing some BS to the people, they might not catch it. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? They at least they'll be like, hey, this guy got a suit on. You know, he talking swift.
Yeah.
You know, I trust him.
Yeah.
Now they just tell you, oh, we ain't doing nothing for you.
Man.
Cause you voted for the other side. You on your own, nigga.
Right.
Straight up.
What is that, bro? Like,
Hey.
what is that? And if you are an American,
Yo, baby.
a real American, now, as a veteran, as a person served, if you're an American, that should piss you off. Don't give a damn who you voted for. That should piss you off. But you know how they got it. They got you thinking.
You think about what's being pissed off. What
Man.
did that get you?
Mm,
You know, what the fuck did that get you?
what is
Figure
it?
it out.
Headache.
Figure
Where
it
does
out.
it get
Figure out some
No,
other shit.
headache.
And I'm gonna tell you what make them so bold. It's always a formula, man. This mindset that the American people have is a product of their creation.
Facts.
They they were the chemists to create this mindset. They know the results of it.
Yeah.
So now that they have somewhat completed their mission and this mindset is the norm, so they know like shit, they under my spell, so I know what I can do to them and I know how they gonna react.
Right.
Because they thinking like this.
Right.
And I know with this level of thinking, the aspects of it, you know what I'm saying, what type of nature relates with this level of thinking, so they already know what they can pull over your head and what you gonna accept, because they created the mindset that you thinking with.
Yep.
And at that point, you gotta tap into some other shit.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
you gotta tap
tap
into your own processing center and make it make sense.
You gotta tap into some whole other shit, cause what you were doing just wasn't working.
And figure out what works for you.
Man, that's
Something
it.
don't work.
That's
I don't
all.
care how many
That's
times
all
you
that's
gotta
gonna work
try.
is what works for you.
Somebody got to get it right, man.
So if you basing your life off a system that somebody laid out for you, who's to say that's for you?
Yeah.
That's
If
a
you
good
don't
point.
never try nothing else, you don't know nothing
That's a good
else.
point, bro.
Like, we got to make it work for us, and the only way you gonna do that is through you. Like, you got to create your path through this life.
Just think. That's it.
And when you basing your life off somebody else constructed mindset, you're not thinking.
You're
So
not
you're
thinking
not
at
even
all.
using brain power.
You're not thinking at all, bro.
Like,
You're actually letting somebody lead you down a path.
exactly, and that's
Yeah.
why we in the state that we in, because no one is creating their own
And then
path.
you do it so invisibly. Hell, if you don't like them, like, hey, I'm taking after you and everything you do, they might crank it up and do it a little better.
Yeah.
But you just secretly admiring the fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to talk.
Yeah.
Or it's hard for them to speak up and say what they really want, what they really feel. They
Man.
get a whole lot more answers. I wear my feelings on my sleeve, but I don't take it personal. I just don't take it personal. I'm gonna respect what you did. Just respect how I respected it.
Right.
Man.
We cooking it out on this Nothing Personal podcast. We deep in the goddamn crock pot, boy. I
Leave
think
the
it's
pot to the left, dog.
jerking now, man. Is it
Man.
jerking now? Oh my goodness, I smell the
Bro.
spices. Oh
This
man.
shit is so real, man. Like, we gotta wake up, man. Like, cause motherfuckers is sleep, and you sleeping on yourself.
And we is the majority that'll say, hey, look, we just want y'all to join us and we're gonna sit on our hands a little while. We them people.
Straight
We
up.
need help. You know, everybody need baby, can you help me?
We a
Can't
collective.
nobody help me. What are you talking about?
You're right.
Man, this shit so detrimental that people get it now, cause
You gotta learn how
man.
to be self-sufficient. That's the goal, because once you learn it for yourself, you can teach others.
Yeah.
You can't teach me something you don't know.
Yeah.
Even if you pretending, you ain't gonna be able to teach it because you faking.
There's a lot of that going on out
Man,
there.
come on.
Y'all cut out that cap. Cut the cap.
That's why ain't nobody learning nothing. Y'all faking it.
Y'all
And that shit go two ways. Don't fake like you understanding what I'm dishing at you.
Definitely don't.
Fake like you understand what I'm giving you.
Break it down.
Hey.
Break it down a little more.
Hey, your
I'll
pride
break
won't
it
let you
down.
say break it down.
Break it down a
My
little
pride
more.
will let me break it down.
Come on, man.
What do you mean when you say that? You feel me?
Straight
That man
up.
swallow the pride.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
another
get what you
aspect of
saying.
fear.
Just reiterate.
Yeah.
Straight
Say that
up.
to me.
don't get
I want
it.
to know people that easily say that again, so I got you.
And that
Straight
shit,
up.
that shit learned.
Yeah.
Because as a kid,
the only way.
all they want to do is what?
Ask a
Ask
goddamn
fucking
question.
questions.
That's
They
it.
don't even supposed to know the
Dad,
answer.
what's that? Dad, what you
Straight
doing?
up.
Dad, where you going?
Man,
Daddy, who is that?
ain't none of your
Daddy,
business.
who is you?
All right.
Who am I?
Yeah.
they gonna ask
So that
questions
shit
all
been
day.
taught.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Get that energy.
Yeah,
Ask
man.
questions, man. That's the most important thing.
One thing they have done to the people is they killed that childlike
Ooh,
spark.
bro, you just took,
that we
bro, you
have all
took the
had.
fucking words out my head and put them in your mouth. God damn, bro, this shit so like, bro, this shit so lit, bro. We gotta tap back into that child
Yeah.
aspect of ourselves, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's the most purest form of you. Like for real,
It
dog.
is though.
It is.
Definitely is.
It
And
is.
it's funny because like you childish, and you know, I didn't share that part for real. I didn't have that part. That part was so.
It was robbed from
It
you.
was
Right
raw.
from me, bro.
Yeah, so it may be things that we do now that just children like, but we need that apart to just keep going. We need that, and we need somebody to respect that.
Yeah.
Not that we're wrong for being that way. We just need somebody to understand who we are and why we're that way.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Man.
A lot of young children, man, young boys and girls, they come from a place when they're not allowed
No.
to be a child, which is very unfortunate, very unfortunate, bro. And you can see it in them.
And a lot of them are single mothers.
Pure children, man.
Like,
That's
you
it.
You
And that's
can't-
all
you know
that's
what I'm
happening.
saying? You can't let me be great and be happy when you hurting.
Right.
Misery love
No.
company. So we gonna be miserable.
And
together.
like you said,
Everything I can
And that
to
shit
do
don't
for
even
you.
be
Yeah.
intentional.
It's hard to heal where you
Nature
got.
of
Yeah,
it.
it's so unsubconsciously because you know, like, dang, man. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't taught nothing else. Like, this is how my mama treated me.
Yeah.
So this how I'm gonna treat you.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like,
All
yeah, I
people we
saw
want, we
different
get what we
around my
are.
people, but like, this is what I was taught in the house.
And then,
You know what I'm saying?
if you
Like,
got
so-
if you got a good heart in you, and you was traumatized by some things, you're
Yeah.
gonna absolutely make sure that your child never has to deal with it.
Man, that's
Facts.
the first.
You're gonna
That's
absolutely
the first.
make sure, like that's gonna be number one priority for you because it does
Yeah.
something.
Straight up.
That's all you know, and
That's
I
all you
never
know.
want nobody I love to have to go through some shit like that.
Right.
Children deserve.
And you don't recognize it, that child blurt out.
Yeah.
This how you da da da. You like, dang.
And you know, as parents, I'm a parent. We
Yeah.
parents.
Straight up.
I know one thing I've told my son is I ain't perfect, and based on how I see my life as a grown man to my mother and my father, who I don't know, I know there are gonna be some things you're gonna look back on and say you probably could've did this a little better.
Straight up.
And I'm a man enough to say you're gonna say that, but no, I'm giving you everything I got. I want you to win.
Take what I
ain't
give you.
withholding
I ain't
nothing.
holding nothing back from you, son.
Nah,
I got everything I got. You
This
have.
recipe, this for your
It's
gumbo.
for you, son.
Straight up.
Yeah.
And if I fuck up, I'm telling you now, I ain't doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Straight up.
But I'm giving you the best I got for as long as you need it.
Yeah.
And you gonna win because of that. And
Straight
because
up.
I'm telling you, I'm probably making mistakes. You gonna make better choices any goddamn way.
Exactly.
Cause Daddy was honest. Daddy never said he was perfect.
Straight up.
Daddy said, I'm trying to get it like you, son, but this is where I fucked up. You take all this knowledge, you
Man.
can have it, bro.
Proverbs 22 through 31. It talks about everything we just explained. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is like an undisciplined child is gonna go in its own way. You know what I'm saying? And you may can dictate it,
Yeah.
but you may can't. And you may can't is worse.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer of getting it done the right way.
Yeah.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? And I have to teach my children different. My oldest, I have to teach him, no, don't do that. Be smart.
Straight up.
I have to teach my middle one, don't fucking get caught.
Straight up.
You gonna fuck up. I know you. I get your charisma. I understand
Straight
you.
up.
Don't get caught.
That's that individual.
That's so solid, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know no other way to flip
That's
and dip
solid,
it.
dog.
That's just real. Because
That's
you
so real.
understanding that individual.
I know who you are. My
My
big son, he big as a fucking, I'm talking about bear.
Yeah.
He's a teddy one.
Yeah.
He's a teddy bear. He's so adorable. He love. Don't do nothing, man. Don't do the baby.
Straight up. Cause
But
that ain't you.
you'll climb on top of the house and don't know how to get down. You know what I'm saying? That middle one to crawl up here, you don't know how to get down. You really can't remember how you got out there. You know what I'm saying?
You know you got.
Nothing personal. Podcast.
Hey, we cooking with gumbo tonight. While I think they're jerking the pot, I smell the spice.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Golly, yeah, man. But you know,
Man.
we just got to get better and better every day, every second, every day. You know, and make sure we don't leave no holes and we don't leave no mess when we leave this bitch. A lot of folks leaving a mess. Take care of your kids. Take care of your family, man.
And I just want to say this. As black people, and the difference in our success and white people is really more like we grow up from our older people, and we inherit things, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, once they reach a certain age, they just want what they want, and they kind of stuck in their ways. Correct?
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, they may leave us, and they may leave us what they have left. but they got in their way and they did what they wanted to do with it instead of thinking in the longevity.
They got in their way.
So now we're having to pay for whatever they left behind that wasn't official. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we're having to take part of our life and make what they did wrong right. All right, now our kids is gonna have to take what we left behind wrong and didn't do right.
Yeah.
Well, white people, you know, the Caucasian of it, they will have something to give.
Yeah.
And all right, so you take what you can get from this, multiply it, so when it's your turn to give, you can give. And you can keep giving, and that's the cycle. And we've been behind since the beginning.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say since the beginning, because 400 years is such a small fraction of our history.
Let's keep it here in America then. That's what you're talking about, ain't you?
Basically.
Yeah.
You're talking about, I know he's talking about
definitely.
America. When he say the beginning, you're talking about here. Because we know we was not that before.
Right.
We was Mansa Musa.
I don't even think on the before. You know what I'm saying? So now it's more like, if we ever catch up, like, we're not even looking to pass the others.
Just trying to catch up.
We're just trying to catch up.
You know, I think, and you know, Martin Luther King did say that we were integrating into a burning house at the last minute. It just kind of clicked. I don't think it's a good idea. Maybe we should stay separate. And it's possible that probably was the best course for our people in that state, coming from slavery and having to catch up to a society that was not built for us. So we probably should have been building our own society.
We've been having to beat the odds just to stay in the race.
Just to stay in the race.
It's not catching us up by beating the odds.
No.
We're just here.
But see, my nigga, they move the goalposts every so often. We're in the middle of them pushing that thing back, bro. The field 200 yards overnight right now, bro, with inflation, just alone.
They left so much from the beginning. We can afford to take. If we get caught, we can afford to lose.
Yeah, bro.
I got so much ahead of you. If I get caught, if I get messed up and have to bring something back, I still can afford to lose more when I bring it back.
People don't really understand the amount of wealth generated from slave labor in that short amount of American history.
How much they made the other people.
That's what I'm talking about. The slave labor made them so much wealth. Not rich. Wealth.
We wouldn't be here and we wouldn't be physically as strong as we are if the tables was turned. We can't be them as good as they are them. And they definitely couldn't be us as good as we are us. So once you think about it, it's almost fair, but it's not.
It's only fair if everyone's left alone.
If everyone's right. So
That's how I look at it.
Right,
because
I agree.
They meddle so much in policy and things that it's not fair, because number one, you gotta go before a judge if you commit a crime, and it's never your peers. It's usually a bunch of white people. The judge is usually white. The lawyer is usually white.
True crime.
You know what I'm saying? And is your crime real? What law are we under? You know what I'm saying? Like, all that stuff makes it complicated to say. You know what? Just not complicated. It makes it easy for me to say, if you just leave us alone, we'd probably be fine. And natural selection would do its own damn job.
If you left us alone, we would catch up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's about catching up. Is that society even for us?
Maybe not. But when I say catch up, we would enjoy life just as much as we see you guys.
Yeah, I like that.
Y'all could be suffering like a motherfucker. Yeah. We don't know.
We have no idea.
But we have a visual. And that's what most people go off of, that visual. Social media has fucked relationships around because of the visuals. This man, he has a boy. This husband has a boyfriend. This wife is bulldogging, but they playing like the love, like it's all of that.
Oh yeah, they taking trips online.
Oh God, and you see them.
Vacation.
And you see it.
Look at us.
Oh, it looks so fucking beautiful.
He got
a toes in his mouth.
Yeah. Hey, feed. Eat this chocolate grape.
You don't even like feet.
Eat this chocolate grape.
Come on, man.
Liar.
And it's just,
you're lying.
It's nothing personal.
It's nothing personal. We just see it. We can see it with all three of our eyes, man. And you open yours up, you might be able to see a little more too. That's all. But I do
We were
believe,
just left alone
I believe they leave us alone, bro, and things would be better.
Definitely.
because all that interference is mental and it's just throwing shit off its course.
Yeah, man.
It's disruptive.
Like Lightfoot, can you tell me when a referee, an umpire, when was that? Was that at the beginning? Did we have somebody over that game in the beginning,
Nah.
or did this come?
You know, over time they realize, okay, I can't hit him. We don't need to hit you like that. That's gonna hurt. We need to stop that. That looks dangerous.
And that's
who
common sense.
who gon'
At that point, it was the strong should have survived.
Yeah, you're right.
Keep out of this, and if
But
he
see,
can
that-
take it,
But you know what? To your
he can
point,
dish it.
They wanted to make it a game.
For
And
the entertainment.
And you know who did it? Alright,
He cooking, man. He
Alright,
cooking.
man. Alright, I'm gonna
he
stop.
cooking, man. He
Oh,
cooking.
stop.
They wanted to make it a game. They wanted to make it a game, baby.
Who came up with sports gambling? Can I get an answer to that? Who was the first person that said, alright, who? We should sports gamble.
Hi. Have you ever been a joint and you know it?
Mm-hmm.
I can't think.
The same person who was rude.
The same
mean-
person who rigged it.
Hey,
You feel me? The same person who rigged it. I'm not finna bring something to the world I don't have full control over.
Exactly.
You're not either.
That's why you should.
When I bring Bag House, I'm not bringing it. Kendrick Samaj is bringing it because he knows everything about Bag House. When it take off, everything was known about Bag House by. Alright, I'm just saying.
shit is broke.
I'm telling you, bro. So
Cause like you said, when none of this shit in the beginning,
nope.
there's some shit that you were taught to believe, and a lie becomes the truth by default when it ain't challenged.
Facts.
good.
Facts. Y'all know how we do. We cooking. It's Not the Personal Podcast.
Really eating right now. We snacking away.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this episode is really deep. This is the type of stuff we're going to talk about. The conversations that matter to
Man.
the culture, to the people, baby.
I ain't
You heard
gonna
me.
lie. I feel exhausted right now. Bro.
You got all tonight,
Like
bro.
I feel like my energy is gone.
You got all tonight. We were locked in tonight. We were locked in. So, you know, when you're out there in this world, man, y'all make sure you be careful. Show love before you show hate. Treat people how you want to be treated, but also treat them accordingly. There are some people that you gotta watch, and you know you can't fuck with everybody. But if you step out into the world and be a good person first,
And set boundaries. You can be a good person with boundaries.
yeah,
A
you
lot
can be
of people
boundaries. Yeah, good people.
choose when you don't set boundaries.
Good
So
people
set
have
boundaries.
boundaries. The best people have boundaries. Like
Got to.
the most successful people have
You're
boundaries.
not a good person if you don't have boundaries.
Facts.
Cause you in your
Yeah,
own way.
yeah.
Your boundaries could be to the point of someone taking advantage of you, or you taking advantage of somebody else.
If
You gotta
don't-
have
if you
boundaries.
don't stand for nothing, if you don't stand for something,
You're gonna fall for everything.
Trip over your shoestring.
You know. And, you know, we are all individuals who've made mistakes and misjudged some things, but
Gonna make more.
you know, but
Still learning.
I am still learning,
Forever.
and that's something that we all will be doing until we die.
And in order to keep learning, you gotta be teachable. So stay teachable.
Straight up.
Stay teachable. Always be a
The
student.
student gonna always find the teacher.
Always be a student. The truth will always find the seeker.
Man.
So just make sure
just
y'all.
because you a student don't mean you fucking listening. You know what I'm saying? I ain't listen like a motherfucker in class, but I was a good student. You know what I'm saying? I was a good student.
Damn.
Yeah, make sure you listen to
Damn.
what's going on.
Hey, boy, y'all catch
Yeah,
that?
student.
Goddamn fucking me up.
Y'all catch that, boy?
Shit.
Goddamn.
Damn, cause that shit is real. Bro. You can be a good ass student. I mean, but
Ain't hurt.
you ain't doing.
Pick it up.
Cause they, man, the way the system's set up, bro,
And 90% of people, bro, they only gonna pick up what's for them. You know
But that's
what I'm saying?
what-
Everybody don't
it's
pick
for
up.
you anyway.
You know what I'm saying? But no. What they feel, you're right. It's for you anyway.
Yeah.
But what they feel, what they think, that domesticated shit gonna kick in.
No, yeah.
That shit ain't full.
I wasn't fucking with that.
Can't even
I'm telling you,
goddamn-
you got to open up your horizon. You got to see some shit that you gotta wanna see, some shit you never seen in order to get to somewhere you never been. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Motherfuckers would rather go on Facebook and say, ask for directions when it'll take less time to type that shit in your phone.
You don't
Like, that's how
I mean, like,
unselfish
what is
it
that? Because they know that they can go to Google just as well as they can go to Facebook. Is it the interaction of it?
Yeah.
Is it the sociology of it? Like, you just want to be social? I hope TK comment.
I think they want attention too.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think they want attention.
Attention do play into that.
Yeah, I think they want attention.
Is there something wrong with wanting attention?
Don't wanna.
I think being an attention
self-sufficient,
whore
man.
is probably an issue, but we all want some form of attention.
Yeah.
We all want some form
Everybody
of
want
love.
Yeah.
But being an attention whore is an issue, yeah. Like if you can't live without it, it's a problem. And you know that's what social media has done to a lot of
You
people.
can't live with yourself.
They can't exist without putting that mask on and getting out there and saying, "Look at me. Do you like me? Please like me.
Yeah.
What I need to do for you to like me."
Yeah.
And you get to that spiral, and you're gone.
So selfish.
You lose yourself, and you're gone forever. Yeah,
It's
man.
nothing personal, man.
And then before we go, like that YN, you know, young niggas go crazy, right? But it came from a young man. You know, if you ask me, King Von had a lot to do with a YN going crazy.
There's a natural evolution of how we.
And my thing about it was King Von, he wasn't just an asshole who want to kill people. He grew up, his partners died. His partners got killed to the gunfire. His partner so after I've lost all my close friends, I lose all three of you guys to the same thing, I'm gonna take that shit head on. I'm gonna back away from it forever. And that's what he did. He took it head on. So like, if you're gonna kill my people for no reason, if you're gonna harm us for no reason, I'll fuck everybody. And that's how he ended up with umpteen bodies.
It's a mindset. It comes from a destructive child.
And what I'm getting at is a lot of people who's not even built for that, who hasn't even been through that, to even be that, wants that, because that's what they see. That's the image that they see, and that ain't it.
No, not.
You know, take on what life has given you and keep rolling with that. You know, if you gotta venture out and become who you want to become, cool. But don't go be somebody. What you said in the beginning. Don't go be somebody that looks okay, that looks good to be. If you become yourself, you'll figure out how good that looks.
Man, you got to become yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, what y'all smoke tonight, man? What the fuck? These niggas dropping whole gems, diamond mines falling out the sky. I hope you picking them up, man. Yeah, man. You know, and you know, just to finish that point off, man. Our environments have been constructed. Our education has been deconstructed to build YNs. And here we are today, where a lot of young men who made a child back in our day didn't stay around because he was a older YN. Now you have a young man who grew up in an environment that you talk about. We're missing the family structure.
It don't even have to be. So maybe it is one that just has to be like that.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. That's your story. Everybody gonna have their story. You know what I'm saying? Don't dictate my story. Understand my story. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? And if you done had a fucked up story, you can help a man, you know, help a person out by saying, look, I've been through that, and if you want to do this to avoid this, do that.
That's what it boils down to.
How do you teach someone that lost to appreciate love? I'm gonna ask that question.
Say it one more time.
How do you get someone that lost to appreciate love? 'Cause I've dealt with some kids in the behavior clinics and stuff as a job, and you
One
can
thing
tell.
I was always taught, my grandma and mama, everybody taught me, you got, you know what I'm saying, you got to love first. You got to love first in order to know how to receive love.
Damn.
You gotta love yourself, though. That's
Yeah.
I think it's got to be self-love. You have to be taught to love
You got
yourself.
to love first.
even
And it
if you
takes
ain't taught,
time.
You gotta teach yourself.
Yeah, you
Like,
do.
what does it take for me to love me?
That's the biggest thing, like that time, like, cause nothing is gonna happen overnight. Like I feel like that person has to experience it, but it's gonna be a time gap
Love
into
is
convincing
what
them
love does.
to pay attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just know that when I work with those kids, I can tell some of them had never been properly loved, and some of them you got to deal with a strong arm, but some of them you got to elbow them and show them some love, and not fight with them, but kind of catch the energy and rock with them niggas and be like, hey bro, I ain't fighting you, dog.
Straight up.
That's
I ain't the one fighting.
That's the point. Love is what love does. You know, if you ever tell a person, it may sound as fucked up as it may sound, but if you ever told the person you love them, it's because they did something for you to love them. You don't love a single person on this earth that hasn't done anything for you. I mean, you might have spirits, you know, God, however, whatever you believe in, I love, whatever.
Yeah.
But there's not a single human being in this world you, I, her, or him can say you or I love that hasn't done a single thing for you.
I disagree too.
Help
love
me.
is the pure, like love is from the beginning. That child that hasn't been trained to think a certain way would run up into anybody with arms open. You know what I'm saying? Like, love is the original state.
Love is what love does. You love your child from the beginning because you made them. You did that.
Love is God. Love is.
You love your mom because she's taking care of you. She's been your nurturer. She's been somebody you can run to. You love your father because he's your hero. You love your granny because she can come here, baby. You love your granddaddy because of however reason. You love these people because of what they've done. I don't mean to sound any type of way, but this is the truth.
I disagree.
That's your
Help.
truth.
Your truth.
Yeah.
That's your
Help
truth.
me understand that.
Because
I can see
love
where you're
is
coming
just
from.
general. Like, love is, I say love is right.
Can you love a stranger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say from my personal,
It's
like,
just-
Help me out.
I like love, like, will go to, like, for people who ain't get a mug,
Straight
like
up.
that. Not
Why?
dying for me.
Why?
Because I'm genuinely
My
that person.
heart.
That's
It
what-
ain't about
My
what
heart
you
will
did for
feel
me.
it. Like,
You feel
It's
me?
about who I am.
felt like,
Straight
yeah,
up.
It's about who I
I
am.
don't care about none of that. You feel me?
Right.
Like, they don't mind, you ain't gotta do nothing.
Yeah.
But if you decide to, I'm appreciative.
straight up.
But you ain't gotta do him everything, because it's cool. You feel
Straight
me?
up.
don't
Like,
need
I
that.
see
What is-
certain people, like, on the side of the road, like, most, I ain't gonna say, but most, if I don't goddamn, I feel wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, within me.
Yeah.
It done been to the point where I done got all the way home, and man, that shit bothered me so much, I went all the way back to Walmart and gave.
That ain't cause you love them folks.
That's what's the love in my heart of people in general. It wasn't even them personally. It's just love. Like, love ain't personal.
And like you said, that's how I love. But my thing is, love is what love does. I sacrifice for love. You feel what I'm saying? I'll go to the end of the rope. I'll jump off the bridge.
You take love personal.
I do. And that's what's something that I think you should take personal. Is love. That's just my
And
opinion.
if you believe in the Bible say to love everyone.
Yeah, I understand that. But how can I love you and you have the tendency to harm me? You know what I'm saying? And love is unconditional.
Because it's loving yourself.
And
Because love is unconditional. You answered your own
it
question.
Right, so
don't
I'll
have
sacrifice.
stipulation on it.
There are no
unconditional.
stipulations. There are no rules. This
I'll-
love is pure because it is.
I'll sacrifice for those conditions. You know what I'm saying? Under those conditions, I will. Love makes me sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got mad love for
That's just
y'all.
a level of
but
love.
I guess, and I take it very distinct, very deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna lean towards them and say, you know, you can love somebody without them.
Man,
doing
I've been
something.
told I was. That's really kind of wonder, like why I bring it up, because I've been told that that wasn't. You know, I've been opinionated. Anyway, monkey, you shouldn't feel that way, but I can't help how I feel.
Say that again. Your kids say what now?
Not my kids, you know, I've been told, like, you know, you shouldn't think like that. That's the wrong way to think. But, you know, I can't help the way I think.
Yeah.
Because I can train myself to think differently.
Yeah, that's all
I can
you
see
can do.
things.
That's all you can
I
do.
can see things and say, hey, that's what they mean.
So when they tell you not to be that way, what do they mean not to be that way? But the way your definition of love being you only love someone because
They think the way you think.
I mean
They think the way you guys think. Love is love. You know, you did whatever you did and turned all the way around.
It's just a pure, good, uplifting feeling.
Yeah, and for those uplifting feelings, I'll sacrifice. I can't love everyone.
yes, you can. You can love everyone.
I
but
can
you
have
can't
love for
everyone
someone. You feel me?
unconditionally.
No, I'm not.
That's not your job
It's
to do
not.
that.
It's not hate. It's not nothing
Nah.
against. You know what I'm saying? But
Neutral.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
That's what I said.
love a stranger. I feel like that's fake. If you say I love you and I don't, that's I have a hard time saying someone say I love you, but I don't really love.
We
you.
just sent out love at the beginning of the show to millions of strangers.
Yeah,
Right.
I love you. Type
We
of
It
just-
ain't,
So-
it
so-
ain't personal. Like, love
Right,
is all
and that I
about-
do.
Yeah.
That I do. I'm a very good-hearted person.
Yeah,
I was taught in the church,
Yeah.
so you got to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
When
feel
I
what
say
you're
I
saying.
love, I'm gonna go to the end of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I finish that
Straight off.
for love. But I do agree, I'm just as genuine as you people are to a stranger or whoever that may be. But I love a little different. That's
That-
a
That
big word
generosity
to
is
me.
an aspect of love.
Yeah.
Right, so I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's why I say a lot of people don't understand. That's why I'm here. Because a lot of people ain't gonna understand it. I'm gonna help them understand it before it's over with.
Corinthians 13. Paul describes love as a way of relating to others. Love is patient, kind, and hopeful. Love is not jealous, boastful, or selfish. Love does not judge. Love is kind.
I can be all those things
Pure intention.
to everyone. I can.
Yeah.
So what is it that I do? Because I guess I love everybody.
And we all have that same type of love. Like I can have love for humankind.
Yeah.
I think you should have that love for mankind. Like I don't want us all to be eradicated or kill each other.
Uh-huh.
But I definitely would not treat a stranger the way I treat my wife and my son. And we all can agree with that.
Right.
If
So
my son did some
if
shit-
both is called love and love is only one thing,
Yeah.
do
It's
you
the same
love
thing.
them or do you love them?
You love everybody, bro. But your family, your heart is just it is what it is.
Like, it's levels too.
It's levels.
You
It's
know what I'm
unconditional
saying?
love, then it's conditional love.
Right.
Those strangers have conditional love from us.
I get
We
it.
love you from here,
I get
and we
it.
hope you win. We
I
want
get
you to
it.
succeed.
All right.
But I ain't finna go out my way or take from mine to get you there.
Right. So do you love them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why didn't you do whatever you?
it's not my job.
But that don't mean you don't love
But-
love.
yeah.
But,
do you
you
get
still
what-
got that.
I get what you're saying.
Okay. all right,
yeah, I feel you.
all right.
I feel you.
That was really just a technical question.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah,
it.
we with you 100%. I think the answer is you can love everybody, but it's just like what Katie just said. It's levels to that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like you ain't gonna love nobody the way you love your wife or your kid or your
Yeah.
mama. It just ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it ain't.
Your brother, your sister. It just ain't gonna happen, bro.
But because I'm gonna go to the end.
We came out the same. We've been in the same house. We eating cereal bowls and shit. Like there's no greater love than waking up, going to sleep, eating, struggling, surviving together.
Right.
But I can go out into the world and be generous and show love to everybody else.
I can do that all day. I show everybody love.
When you showing love, that's an aspect of love.
Just smiling and saying, "Hey man, good to see you." That's
Not
love.
just your
Yeah,
attachment. I
I'm
love you
very-
like that, but that don't mean you not showing love.
Right.
I show love to everybody. At every time. But me and my
I
love,
love
hit
them?
different.
No, you probably don't love them.
It hit different.
I'm
You
exposed
know what I'm
to,
saying?
and I'm standing on it with you. It's
As long
supposed
as
to
you
be
got pure intentions, that's love.
Every time.
That's love.
Every time.
That love.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a way to end the podcast. Love one another. Love yourself first so that you can appreciate love. Remember, love is not jealous, boastful, or selfish. It is kind, patient, and hopeful. It is unconditional. That is what the Bible says, my Christian people. I'm not one of those, but some of you are. And it does say it is not jealous, boastful, or selfish. Please take this word with you in the name of the Lord.
You gonna get what you want to hear over here.
You heard me. It's not the personal baby. It's not the personal baby. Kendrick Samaj, TKO, Big Keys, Move Pencil on the boards. It has been another wonderful night. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Get in the comments. Let us know what you thought. Give us your thoughts on the fires. Give us your thoughts on our different conversations and continue to give us topics. Let us know how you feel. Let us know if you agree. Let us know if you don't. You love us, you hate us. Tell us in the comments. Hash it out.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Peace.